Great to see you again, Libra. I'm Dadhichi from astrology.com.au with the March 2014 overview of your horoscope. Your icon is the scales of justice, indicating balance. Now, whilst Libra generally tends to indicate balance, actually what I've found in my many years of experience is that Librans tend to struggle with the idea of balance. Just now, this month, we see Mars transiting your sun sign. That can really heat things up and challenge you in this area of balance. Sometimes, see, you're the sort of person that doesn't really like to provoke. You don't want to provoke people, so you tend to hold a lot in. But this is one of those months where if people provoke you, and especially around the 2nd, 3rd, 4th of the month, then you're likely to react very, very strongly, lose your composure, lose that balance that we're talking about. Now, is that a good or a bad thing? Actually, I think any sort of feigned balance is not healthy. If externally you're balanced, but inside you're just this raging bull, that's not going to work for you. So there are times where letting it all out, shouting for a moment, is going to be the release valve that restores the balance that you need. Now, there are ways and means of doing that. Of course, there are other ways rather than shouting at people, doing a little bit of exercise. But certainly what's necessary this month to restore your balance, that equilibrium, is to look at how you're going to get rid of all this frustration that's been building up within yourself. We see also that right angle from your ruling planet Venus to Mars. And that, of course, creates quite a bit of passion, impulse, restlessness. And we see Venus is in your 4th sector now. So much of this aggravation can be coming from the home sector. It could be you that's precipitating all this negativity around you, as per the Mars in your sun sign. So could it be that throughout this first week of the month, you're a little bit irritated by the people you're with? A bit of space may be necessary to get away from them. Around the 4th, you'll be throwing a lot of your energy back into your work. Distraction sometimes works, but not always. If it's balance you're trying to restore, substitution is maybe a short-term solution for that. Again, you've got to release all that stuff from within yourself. A nice aspect on the 6th, your ruling planet moves to the 5th. Irrespective of all of that stuff I've said, you may be able to find some calm again when your ruling planet moves to this 5th house of creativity, love affairs. And it's also a friendly sign, the sign of Aquarius. So a restoration of that balance intellectually to you. You know, also I've been talking about that Jupiter in your 10th house. For those of you that are new here, the large jovial planet Jupiter in your career sector now has been there for a while. Also stationary direct right now. It's a very powerful point source of energy in your work. It's showing great expansive energies there, the desire to move out and do something really, really great. That you have to be patient with, that you have to be careful you don't overstep the mark. And of course your skill sets have to be appropriately matched to the task that you're looking to perform just now. Nevertheless, the opportunity is there. And into this 2nd and even 3rd week of the month, many, many opportunities there. We see Sun from the 6th house to the 10th house, favourably disposed. We see Sun to Saturn. Again, this is a financial aspect, solidifying your finances around the 14th. Bit of a tough, notwithstanding the somewhat stressful aspect of Mercury to Saturn on the 11th. So I think that's going to counter some of the impulsive actions there. The Mercury-Saturn is a slow-moving aspect that slows one's thinking and one's decision-making. Not bad, especially coming from Mercury in the 5th house of speculation. Again, nice aspects from that planet to Mars on the 15th. Mercury then moves to the 6th house of workplace activities, health. Your thinking will be very much centered around this area of your life after the 18th. That's for around 3 weeks at least, to do with your diet, your health. Also workplace communications, great time. If, as we were saying at the outset of your reading, you're requiring some sort of balance and communication. This could relate to your workplace activities and co-workers. Venus is in a very nice aspect on the 19th to Uranus in the 7th. Love affairs should predominate at this time. If they don't, you should make that a priority, because this is a time when, you know, if it rains and you don't have the bucket there and you're wanting to collect water, you're not going to be able to collect water. This is a time to collect love, to get out there and to really connect with the people that you feel are worthy of your love as well, especially with the Sun on the 21st moving to your significant relationship sector. Marriage, engagements, de facto relationships, solidifying and committing to long-term relationships is usually part and parcel of the transit of Sun through the 7th house, especially when you've got these other fortifying aspects around it, such as on the 24th, Venus in a very kind, friendly, flowing aspect to the Sun. That shows your self-esteem should be a lot higher. Perhaps you've gotten rid of all that angst that we talked about in the early part of the reading. I hope so. Intellectual intensity is seen around the 28th. You're going to be doing some research or trying to solve some very difficult problem. The sextile aspect shows that it's quite likely you can satisfactorily do that up to the 30th. Again, a very romantic, amorous, sexual aspect on the 30th, Venus to Mars. A couple of tight aspects there. One, which is most important, the right angle of Venus to Saturn. That could punch a hole in your pleasure principle, showing that all that glitters is not gold, Libra. So don't jump to conclusions with the relationship and keep it real. Remember that all human beings, including ourselves, are prone to error. Be a little bit forgiving on that date, just to close the month off. Hope to see you here again in April. Do join me at my website, astrology.com.au. Got a whole range of astrological and esoteric services and products there for you to help you on your path through life. Take care now. Bye-bye.